What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. The main reason many money men dog out women. Many money men. And when I talk about money men, I mean men who really got some money. Because, despite what people think, some of the biggest dogs ain't some Pookie and Ray Ray. That's some broke dude. It's some money man. And they dog out women for one real reason. If they making money, they don't have time to have a regular relationship with a woman. Usually when a lot of them, not all of them of course, but a lot of them, when they deal with a woman, they just want the pussy. shit. Some of them will even deal with some sex workers or some sugar babies or something of that sort, because they only want one thing from the woman. They ain't trying to have a main relationship. They don't have time. May rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, he would say a man need to be working 60 hours a week. Now, the vast majority of men, overwhelming majority of men, like in the 90% range, who making over six figures. And like I said, that's gonna get to $500,000 at some point. It's just a matter of when. You already got some women's putting it up there now. Like six figures is becoming middle class. But the vast majority of them, they gotta work for that shit. Shit. People think they can just have a regular job and stuff because it makes some money. Nah, shoot. You gotta be in some salary position, something. You gotta put in some hours. Shoot, 10 hours a day, something like that, some time on the weekend. Shoot, money people be making some money. Money men, shoot, they be making some money. Got to put in that time, put in that effort. They don't have time for a lot of bullshit with some women. They really don't. So when they deal with a woman, they usually just want one thing: sex. Like I said, that's why a lot of them, they'll just get that woman, that sugar baby, or that escort, or that sex worker. Because some guys will say they'll get a sex worker, they ain't paying her for sex, they paying her to leave. They just want something real quick and stuff. Now, if they ain't dealing with a sex worker or something like that, they get that quick woman. Shoot, they dogging her out. They don't want anything extra from her. Shoot. That's why some of those women who are married to millionaires or something end up having somebody extra. But I'm going to hit y'all with something deeper. Sometimes those women married to millionaires, sometimes the millionaires, they'll tell the woman, hey, yeah, go get you somebody extra. Because the only thing they need that woman to do is maybe have a baby. If they want a legacy or something, then they'll fuck with that woman, right? But, and incidentally, I heard somebody say, I ain't heard Rom curse so much on here. Apparently it's somebody who hadn't really listened to my stuff. It kills me. People listen to 2 or 3 videos and then act surprised when I do something. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, you get some money men, they don't have time for a regular relationship. They don't have time to be hanging out or something. And I was thinking about that because, you got those, and I'm going to call them prank videos, and they definitely staged. You get some guy trying to talk to a woman out in public and stuff, and she totally reject him and everything until she see the card. I'm like, yeah, those are staged. Because trust me, you get a lot of stuff, anything out in public like that, you got to get permission from the woman to show it. You got to get it. But it still like has a great point about that. Because you do have some women out there who don't want to mess with a guy unless he's spending some money on them. Okay, fine. They are acculturated prostitutes, or as the Honorable Pimp guy would call them, acceptable hoes. But see, a man might deal with them because he don't have time to deal with anything else. And see, usually that woman, he don't need, if he can, he don't even want to go out with them. Shoot. Because sometimes you get some guys, they will just get that woman. They might even set her up in an apartment or something, come over there, stroke her, and then leave. That's how deep it is. That's how deep it is. It's funny, you get these women want these guys like that, and I'm like, well, first of all, most of these guys, if they gonna like even deal with a woman, if they gonna deal with a woman, she gonna have to be fine, or at the very least get his dick hard, because that's all he's dealing with her for. He don't have time for anything else. Think about it. You got a guy, like if you're working 40 hours a week, right? That's enough right there, because really 40, you got to add maybe another hour for lunch, so that's 45. No telling how long to get there and back. So that's about 50, like, total. That's like 50 total. And that's working a 40-hour week. So you just add on another 10 hours, right? And that's in a good situation. You got some people, they got to drive a long way to work, right? So imagine you got to put in 60 hours or 70 hours to really make that money. And then that dude, he don't have time to be dealing with any bullshit with any women. He don't feel like it. For what? He's going to be like, well, shit, the fuck I'm going to be dealing with some woman for it? And shoot, guys like that, first of all, they don't have time to be like whining and dining and all of that shit. A lot of them. Some of them might still do. Because remember, this is an art, not a science. They don't have time for all that shit. And if a woman try to play some games with him or something, he's going to be like, man, whatever. He don't have time. He working. He getting all that money. He want that woman who going to be down to fuck. That's what he want. That's what he want. That's why you do have some men, they will get those sugar babies. And they say, yeah, go ahead, buy all that stuff. I'll buy you all that stuff. When I'm ready to fuck, I'm going to come over. Shoot. He might not even, he might drive over with somebody else. He said, keep the car running. He go in there. They even take his clothes off fully and stuff. Take his stuff off, hump real quick, and then go. Oh, it's deep. Like I said, they be some of the biggest dogs. Because they don't have time. See, one thing about Pookie and Ray Ray, they got time. They got time to hang out with the woman. And you got some women, they'll get that. That's why you get some women, they'll get that guy who don't have a job or something. Get that house guy or house husband, whatever they going to call him. Because he's going to be there. Because a man with some money, well, he got to make that money. He don't have time to be dealing with it. And he will dog them. And these women, and he wants to find this woman. Like you get some of these women talking about, oh yeah, they want this guy with money. First of all, they don't look like it. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. If a guy spend that money, he ain't dealing with no ugly woman. It's just an average woman or something. She better be what he considers fine anyway. What he considers fine. And he ain't playing around, because every now and then he might have to take her out with him. Shoot, he ain't messing with just some ordinary woman. And she sure as hell better not give him hell like for any little thing. He gonna be like, well, hold up. He making $500,000. Why is he putting up with some bullshit from this woman? He ain't gonna want to. He gonna be like, man, forget all that noise. Shit. Forget all that noise. And she better not be like that type, get all funky and stuff. Like when he wanna get some. Talking about she ain't gonna give him nothing. Please. Please, if she living in a place he paying for, nah, she giving him some. If she living in a place he paying for, she giving him some. That's first and foremost. If she's not, she better be ready. Now, she do the slightest thing. The slightest thing. She messing up something or she ain't available, he'll kick it to the curb quick. He'll kick it to the curb quick. And it's a whole other conversation who those money men really go for. It's a whole other conversation. Because usually they ain't, like I said, usually they going for the top women. Like I said, some of these women talking about they want some guy with some money or something. I say, man, that shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening. But they be some dogs. Some of them. Like I said, it's an art, not a science. Now, you might get some nice ones, say, well, yeah, I want this woman or this woman, for whatever reason, religious or whatever. They looking for a wife. And even then, you get some of those dudes, they'll get that wife because they looking for that legacy and somebody take with them when they going out. They got to hang out or something, depending on their social circle. They might be in a church or they might be in a corporate environment where they need to be married. But even them, they'll have that wife but not spend a lot of time with her. And then have that side piece, that mistress or something, whose sole purpose is for him to fuck her. His sole purpose and shit. Her sole purpose, rather. That'd be his sole thing he's going to do with it, is just stroke her. Oh, man. But, yeah, that's how it go. Because it's funny, because you get some guys, men and women, they be thinking it's the bum dudes, like, doing all the dogging, and some of them can, but it's usually guys with money. They just don't. I mean, it's really just the one reason. They just don't have time to deal with any bullshit. They just don't have time. They don't have time, and some of them, depending on the woman, some of them will lie to the woman. Or come up with something, say, oh, I gotta work now, or some bullshit like that. And if they lucky, they get some dumbass woman. Or some socially inept woman. She might believe them, but any socially inept women watching this, well, that's why he ain't hanging around. You just somebody for him to fuck. I'm gonna laugh about that. Because there's a lot of stuff there. I'm going to tell you something now, man. When you get out here in the real world, a lot of dudes ain't going to figure the shit out. You got a lot of things that's just going to happen out here. It ain't going to be the way people want it to be. It is what it is. What they doing up here? It was a lane shift. Okay. You got the sign all wrong. Y'all got the sign wrong there, fam. That's all right. But anyway, right? Ain't bad. Anyway, those money men. Think about it, though. I want y'all to think about this shit. You don't have time. You don't have time to be hanging out And you get some of these women talking about they want to go shopping and all of that. And I'm going to tell you what, some of those money men, they'll get some dumbass woman who got nothing better to do but shop and do all that stuff. She still better be available. She better be available when he come up. He pull up to the house or something. She better be home or something. And there's actually a lot of that. You got a lot of these women and stuff. They living in some home that some dude paying for and shit. You know, he paying for the place. You know, might even get her a car, all that stuff. But when he come in there with his shit hard, she better be ready. Like I said earlier, he might not even take his clothes off. Just take the pants down, just go in there, boom, 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 and then go. And believe it or not, some of them might not even care if that woman got a side piece herself, as long as she available when he needs it. But that gets into some deeper stuff. Now I know some guys out there, they thinking, well, I'll get some money and get her and all of that. Because y'all got to think about it like this. If you really want to, it's usually guys thinking like weird stuff or unrealistic stuff because they not making that money. There's a whole lot of guys like looking for some game or something. They ain't making six figures, first of all. They ain't making six figures. They ain't spending that time. They making regular money and stuff. So they don't know that dynamic and everything. Cause you get up there, all of a sudden it's like, you know, let me stop. Yeah, you get those guys. It's the game, yo. It is what it is. It is what it is. And you get some of them, and some of them get smart with it. Some of them learn how to use that money as, some of them learn how to use that money in that position and everything. Like I say, they can be some of the worst dogs. And, you know, this message is just for, one of the things is, there's a lot of guys out there really just don't understand the game. You know, just really understand dynamics between men and women. You know, you get some guys thinking they can just go up and just talk to a woman or wave a little bit of money and all of that. And you get some guys who do that, but they smart with it. They'll use their money as a bait, but that's just to get what they want. And you know what? They ain't in love with the women or anything, because you get some guys out there, and that's yet another conversation. No, I ain't gonna talk about it. I'll talk about it when I'm ready. Anybody ask, say, oh, why don't you talk about that? You get deleted. Real quick with me, I just do stuff when I feel like doing it. Alright? But you get some guys thinking, oh, if I got some money, I'll get that happy relationship and everything. You ain't gonna have time. The most you can do, in most cases, is bone the woman. Bone her and keep going. Like I said, some of the worst dogs I've encountered. They weren't like some bum dudes. They were some guys making money. You know, high level, high position. Even use the term high value. Whatever term you want to use. They dogs. Because they just don't have time. That's really all to it. They don't have time. They don't have time to be dealing with different women on spending time hanging out with her and all of that, spending time. And any women watching this, send this to any women up there thinking they're going to get some guy who's going to be making like 6 figures, even 7 figures, but got time to hang out with and do some of those little things they want to do. They must be crazy on that shit. Best they can do is be some acculturated prostitute, or as, once again, as the Honorable Pimp guy calls them, acceptable hoes. That's it. Yeah, anyway. Go over here to the store, go get my victuals. Damn, dude. You must have had to really get over there. Oh, shit. I was just watching this car just passing right in front of this other car, just like, hey, whatever. But anyway, y'all. Go over here and do my thing. Anyway, y'all. You know how it is. It's still part of the holiday season. Now we gotta wait for New Year's Eve to come up. Some of y'all gonna get some play during New Year's Eve. Some of the rest of y'all ain't. So anyway, y'all. But remember that's the only reason. Shit, you get some men with money. They don't have time for a regular relationship. They just want some pussy and that's it. Good, bad, whatever you want to say. So anyway, y'all, I'll get back with y'all. Get back with y'all on something else later. Peace and blessings.